Hi traders, and welcome to today's ACY Securities Forex market analysis. My name is Duncan Cooper and I will be your host. Today I'll be focused on the New Zealand dollar to the Japanese yen. So first we'll look at the news items coming out for the week, and then we'll have a look at the charts. Hi traders, just at forexfactory.com, just going to review the news items coming out for the week in respect of the New Zealand dollar to the Japanese yen. That's the pair I'm reviewing today. It's a relatively light week, so these times are in my time, Queensland time. So getting into Tuesday today, there's nothing there, and then into Wednesday, say 10 PM my time, US, we have Fed Chair Powell speaking. Anything he says could drive the market, even on the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. And then getting into Thursday, getting into Friday as well. Nothing really seeing anything there. There's no red items from the US. There's no New Zealand or Japanese yen news items coming out, so it's a relatively quiet week for news. So just maybe the Fed chair there and his speech could affect the market. Other than that, news from Ukraine and Russia, that could certainly impact the New Zealand to the Japanese yen, so just be aware of that. So a very light week of news. So let's get to the charts. Alright, so I don't think I've reviewed this pair for a very long time. So the New Zealand yen monthly chart, in terms of trend, what I'm seeing is that we've got high tops and higher bottoms. Now it has been a little bit consolidatory, and I've got support here at 75.22. And we're coming up, we touched 82.49 monthly resistance yesterday, and if you look left, we've got some other monthly resistance levels: 83.37, 83.79 and 83.90. Now this has been having a strong rise like the rest of the yen crosses. Dollar yen's been going up very strongly, and this has been just following the same path. But the question is, we're coming up to a major level of resistance here. Yes, we could just move straight through. If we start to move through, we've got these other resistance levels to the left hand side here to contend with. So my mind is just asking myself, how long can this upward move keep going before we get some short-term relief? So yes, the monthly trend is up, and we're coming up, and we've tested 82.49 yesterday. Weekly chart. Now the thing that I noticed on the weekly chart was this high that we're testing at the moment. When we put in that high, we were showing some form of divergence. This was a higher top to that top, but on the indicator we had a lower top. So at that level last time, momentum run out. So will momentum run out again at the same price point? Now let's put in support and resistance for the weekly. I'm going to use the same resistance level as the monthly for the weekly. Support's down here at 79.23.4. Now I could use that high over there, but I'm using this one because it was the last one that got broken. Alright, so resistance is the same as monthly, 82.49. and support at 79.23. Now the thing that's really putting the question in my mind as to whether the price can stop here is we're moving up from a lower point, and often when we get a double top form, it's from a lower point moving up. So we're moving up from a lower point to test this high. Is price going to hold here and form a double top maybe over the long term? Of course, over the next couple of days we might just move straight through, and what I'm talking about right now, won't exist. But at the moment we are just having a breather here. So trend on the weekly is up. We're obviously testing resistance. MACD's crossed up. So to the day chart. Now over the last 5 days we've had a very strong rise. We've moved through this weekly resistance level over the last couple of weeks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive days. Yesterday we came up and traded at that level, and then instantly on an intraday perspective anyway, just started to trade back down. Alright, so we've touched and we've drawn slightly. Let's just put in daily resistance 82.22 2002 it is. So that is the actual first lower top that got formed before the decline. So the question is, can we move through that area? I'm just going to put in my support level 2, just using the last low, the last top that got broken back here, 79,574. Alright, so clear the trend is up. I'm not looking just to sell this. MACD's up, trend's up. Today or tomorrow this might just break straight through, and the possibility of a reversal here may well be over. But over the next week, even if we trade through here for a few days, over the next week to 2 weeks, ask yourself, 82.49, are we above it or below it? Because if we start to hold here for a few days now, or if you move through and then pull back below it, that's the market starting to want to hold at that level. So at the moment I'm just watching and asking myself, is price going to hold here? Is it going to then offer a short-term reversal, or are we going to form a double top and give us a longer term reversal? So I'm just going to have to be patient. So it's in a place where if we start to get a reversal, there might be a long-term positional play to the downside. So I'm just going to get my drawing tool. So I'm just being patient, watching. I'm just going to wait to see, first of all, can price pull back on the day chart. Then, does it come back up? And then does it start to hold? Does it start to want to put in a lower top? Just look left. Does it want to put in a lower top? So as it pull back here, yeah, there's about 1.5 weeks worth of candle action here. Comes down, starts to move back up, so people would have been thinking that this is going higher, comes up, holds here, and then breaks the last higher bottom to change the trend to down. So I'm going to be looking for price action to start to form like this in this area here. Can we start to put in a lower top, and then of course break the last higher bottom to change the trend? Alright, can that happen in this area? If it can, then I'm going to look for an opportunity to get short and trade it to the downside. And then the first barrier, if we can move down, would be to test this level of day support, 79.57, and obviously weekly support here at 79.23. Now of course we might just blow straight through here. So if we blow straight through, let me just tidy off my chart. There's obviously the opportunity to trade to the upside still, but I wouldn't be buying straight into resistance here. So there is the opportunity to wait for price action to move through, 2 or 3 days maybe. Then it pulls back and it wants to form a higher bottom on top of that resistance level for a further move up. Okay, so that's a possibility too. So there's 2 scenarios. At the moment we're not above that area, so I'm not looking to be a buyer, and I'm not going to buy straight into that resistance top. The other thing to watch, if this wants to reverse, the thing that's going to help it reverse is monitoring what is happening on the dollar yen. So got my dollar yen day chart here. Let's go to the monthly chart. This line that I've got drawn in is this major top here that we've moved through at the moment. It's at 118.65. Now price at the moment, as you can see, it's not having a day down yet. It's having another day up already today. But the question is, how many days can this keep going up before it wants to have a pullback? So if this starts to pull back and starts to put in a lower top, if it wants to move back below the monthly resistance level it's moved above, then that weakness is going to start to translate into weakness potentially on the New Zealand Japanese yen, because at the moment these pairs are highly correlated. So if the dollar yen starts to give way, starts to at least have some form of correction, we're going to start to see a correction on this pair too. Alright, so just be aware that we're at major resistance now on the New Zealand yen. So if you are already in a bought position, this potentially is a great area to take profit, or at least lock in profit, because when you challenge a major monthly high point, often more price will pull back from it. May only pull back for a week or two, but you need to be aware that we are at resistance. And there is the possibility, just back to my weekly chart here, we're moving up from a lower bottom challenging now that major monthly top. There is a possibility of a double top forming over time. We'll just have to monitor it. So as I was saying, on the day chart, I'm looking for a lower top to form first of all to confirm the reversal. That may not happen, and that's fine. I'm just, I'm not prepared to be a buyer at resistance, so then I'm just waiting to see what are my opportunities on the pair. So if we can fail at 82.49 over the next week and a half to 2 weeks, if we can see some price action like this that formed previously that turns the pair to negative, then I'll look for an opportunity to get to the short side, trading down to at least day support down here at 79.57. Okay traders, stay safe, have a great trading week, look forward to seeing you next time.
Want a real opportunity to improve your trading? Join Duncan Cooper in his free 15-part webinar series designed to help you improve all areas of your trading.
The upcoming webinars for this week, 22nd of March, using support and resistance across multiple time frames. During this webinar, you will learn all about support and resistance, how broken support becomes new resistance and broken resistance becomes new support. 23rd of March, 8 p.m. Sydney time, live Forex market review, identifying high probability trading levels. 24th of March, position trading using the monthly and weekly trading ranges. Learn how to position trade combining Fibonacci, higher time frame support and resistance levels to determine key trading levels for position trading over a 1 to 4 week time period or longer.
Register at the link below.